Hello and welcome to episode number 7 of Catching Up with the Backs. This week, for the first time ever, we're going to do an alumni episode. As you can see here, we've got two great guests here. Ethan Langenegger, goaltender for the past couple seasons, and defenseman Jeremy Gervais as well. Thanks for joining, guys.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, so let's start off with where you guys are joining us from. We can see the hoodie right here, but where are you coming at us from?
Lake Superior State University. We've been here for over 2 months, just in full swing in school and everything, and skating every day. So it's been good.
Ethan, we'll start with you. Let's talk about the summer. Can you kind of summarize how things kind of went for you? It was a weird summer for everyone, but what did you get up to?
Yeah, so the university actually sent workouts to do while we were kind of quarantined at home. So just body weight stuff before the gyms opened up and everything. So pretty slow, just played lots of video games, went to the golf courses. They stayed open a lot. So that was pretty much it, working out. And then once our gym opened back up, getting back in there and back in the full swing of training for the season.
Sure. What about you?
Yeah, same for me. I mean, just doing the stuff the team sent me and lots of video games at the start, and then kind of kicked towards golf, I guess, near the end. So yeah, it was a good summer up in Prince George.
So Ethan, as NHL 20 simulation champion for the Silverbacks, is it safe to say that you were playing a lot of NHL 20 as well this summer?
Yeah, for sure. I played a lot with my buddies back home pretty much every night. There was, not a whole lot else to do. Couldn't really hang out with each other, so we'd play a lot and just, yeah, no reason to get up in the morning. So we got lots of gaming in, but we played a good amount here too. Got the competition going for sure.
Are there other video games of choice other than Bchl? Either one of you?
Yeah, we bought the 2K golf video game, and we've been playing that a lot lately. So.
Okay.
Yeah, lots of 2K golf.
Yeah.
Any non-sports games or just those?
Call of Duty. We're big zombies and multiplayer. I like that kind of stuff too.
Cool. So how's your golf game? Let's start with you, Ethan.
On the game or in real life?
In real life, on the actual course.
Not bad. Good some days, very bad other days, but we've gotten to go out lots here too. We've went to the course lots as a team and individually whenever we wanted to, so it's been cool doing that here as well.
Awesome. Jerv, have you gotten better on the course? Or?
I'm okay. I'm always happy with a bogey. I'm kind of that kind of player, but if I can get some pars along the way, I'll take them.
Okay. Let's talk about last season. Langer, what stands out to you? It was obviously, turned out it was your last season of junior. How would you summarize last season?
It was definitely the most fun year I had. We got off to a really good start. Really had a good team chemistry the whole year. Obviously went through a pretty big slump there in the middle, but we found a way to bring it back, and I think we were going for a deep run in playoffs there before we got shut down.
Do you have a single best memory from last season?
It would have to be the sweep over Victoria for sure. It was my first playoff series win in the Bchl and in my junior career, so that was just a blast going through war with the guys, and that was a lot of fun. I wish we could have gone for 3 more rounds.
So, Jerv, you were acquired at the trade deadline. What was it like to come back to the BCHL?
It was a pretty neat experience. It was something I kind of wanted to do to kind of top off my junior career, I guess, and it just worked out really well that it would happen to be in Salmon Arm with a great group of guys, and yeah, I couldn't have asked for a better way to end the junior career, so can't thank Salmon Arm enough.
Can you talk about that first round playoff series as well? What was it like for you on the blue line?
Yeah, you could just tell the second everyone was in the room that we were kind of in playoff mode and we're ready to do something kind of special. So that first round, just kind of a taste of playoff atmosphere in our building and stuff, was really cool, and probably the highlight of my year as well was that series.
And you said you can't thank Salmon Arm enough. What was it like to play here for you? You've played in a few different junior places. What was it like in Salmon Arm?
Oh, it was awesome. Just really good fan support. Just the facilities they have there, getting everything right with you at the rink, and just what the coaches did for me, kind of giving me the opportunity to show what I can do and stuff. It was just all around everything worked out for me, so it was awesome.
And Langer, you spent 2 seasons here. Of course, you're from close by. Can you talk about what the community of Salmon Arm is like to play in?
Yeah, it was unbelievable. Obviously, it was kind of my first taste of junior. Just going from midget, it's a little bit of a different atmosphere. You kind of got the town. They kind of know who you are. You know, you're a big deal there. It was really cool. And the fan support was unbelievable. Coaching staff did a ton for me to get me here, and I couldn't ask for a better place to play junior. Going to cherish those memories for sure.
Now, you talked about, obviously, everything came to a halt so quickly and it sucked. How did you guys kind of, how do you move past that? What was it kind of like to be told that everything was shut down and then move forward? Langer, we'll start with you.
Yeah, I think it was just kind of a shock at first. I mean, we were all seeing what was going on with the NBA and then the NHL shortly after. So we were kind of had a feeling it was going in that direction, but still at the same time, you never really expected to come to that. So it was pretty disappointing. Still disappointing now. I mean, I'm going to always kind of remember that we didn't get to complete that run and see what we could have truly done. But I mean, it is what it is. And I think everybody kind of handled it differently, and just got to move on and appreciate the times we had there.
Yeah. Sure. Same question.
Yeah, I mean, to be ready to head off the trail for round 2 and then in a split second be told you're staying back was pretty tough news, especially as a 20-year-old, kind of not knowing you had your last practice or whatever the case may be. So yeah, it was a tough pill to swallow, but I think kind of as time went on, you just looked at the positives and what you did accomplish as a team, and that's all you can really do in this situation.
Let's talk about Lake State a little bit. How is, Ethan, we'll start with you. How's the school part going so far?
Good. I mean, it's just a little tough going. You know, you get those 2 years off to play junior, and then you're kind of thrown back into doing schoolwork. But it feels pretty similar to what I remember high school being. You just got to keep up to date with your classes and study hard for the quizzes and tests. So it hasn't been too bad. Just a bit of an adjustment, kind of getting back into the swing of things.
And what classes, if I may ask, what are you taking right now?
So I'm majoring in business management. So I'm doing economics, intro to business, and then some gen ed courses like in English, math, and then I have business law as well.
Okay. Jerv, how's school going, and what are you taking?
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. Haven't been in the classroom for a while, so took a little bit to get prepared. But now that we're in the swing of things, it's been kind of an easy transition, I guess. You got to put some time in studying, which sometimes you don't want to do, but I'm also majoring in business, so I kind of got the same schedule as Langer. I think there's only one class we don't have together, so it's
awesome.
Good that way, having teammates in classes and stuff. It helps you out.
Sweet. So when were you guys able to get on the ice as a team practicing?
So it was kind of a weird situation. We first got here, which was at the end of July there. We were able to skate in 3 separate groups, I think it was, to start, wanted to keep the numbers separate a bit. I don't remember exactly when we started to get into full team practices a bit right before we got shut down for 2 weeks. So that was a little bit tough. We were kind of starting to get the team chemistry going, have some line rushes and stuff like that. And so it was tough to get shut down there, but we're back into the swing of things. Full team practices are a go right now. So it's really cool to see the group all together and just seeing what we have as a team right now.
So Jerv, what are kind of the older guys like on the team?
Older guys, it's been awesome. The team here is really inviting in, I guess, and everyone's just one group. There's a bunch of different countries kind of represented on our team, so it's kind of a cool locker room. You got guys from all over and kind of learn how they grew up and stuff and the things they went through. So yeah, it's a pretty neat locker room, and it's been fun so far.
Cool. Langer, yeah, how has the reception been for you?
It's been unbelievable. Obviously, you never really know what to expect. There's kind of a big age gap between the seniors and freshmen compared to junior. Everyone's pretty close in age. So it's a little weird, but they've been nothing but, like Jerv said, inviting. They made it feel like home right away, and we feel like a tight group already.
Let's talk about the NHL. I'm assuming you guys were watching the finals or the whole playoffs, I guess.
Yeah.
So how do we feel about Tampa winning it all?
I don't know. I'm not a fan of either team, really. I'm a big Oilers fan, so I was kind of out of the cheering for a team early, but it was just cool to see. I mean, obviously, really unique circumstances with how they had to play and everything, and obviously, cup's a cup. I don't think there's any asterisk beside that or anything. It was cool to see them get it done. I think a lot of those guys deserved a ring, so it was cool to see.
So, Jerv, easier or harder? What do you think about winning a cup in a bubble?
That's pretty tough. I mean, there's lots of different things that go into it, but mentally it's probably pretty tough to stay dialed in that bubble. So I think being in the bubble probably presented lots of challenges they don't really go through. So it might have been a bit tougher this year to win the cup.
And did you care? Tampa winning, Dallas in the final, did you really care?
I didn't really care. They both had some players I didn't mind seeing hoist the cup, so I was fine with either team winning it.
Are you guys ready for, obviously things are so different, season's now done, and we're in October. The draft is now going to be next week. Are you guys paying attention to the draft? Do you know any guys? Is it something, it's weird to have in October, but are you paying attention now that it's draft season?
Yeah, I usually put on the draft, watch it, just kind of see what guys are going to where. Like I said, I'm an Oilers fan, so it's cool to see who they're going to pick up every year. But just in general, it's a pretty exciting time. So just seeing what the teams are doing, how the first round plays out and stuff.
Jerv, who's your NHL allegiance? Who's your team?
I like the Leafs. I kind of like the Oilers too after I lived in Alberta for a little bit. So,
okay.
Yeah, not a diehard anywhere.
I'm not a diehard, okay, because we always see lists, and I think this offseason, we get it every offseason, but which Canadian team is the closest? And right now, I think it's very tough, but who do you think of all the Canadian teams? I know we got an Oilers fan here, you said a little bit of the Leafs. Who might be closer, do you think, to getting back to the Cup final and maybe bringing the Cup to Canada? Do you think one team is closer than the other, Toronto or Edmonton?
I think the Leafs might be a little closer. Just a little more depth and stuff, but with McDavid, you never know. So,
okay, you want to make your case, Langer?
Yeah, I mean it's probably pretty close. I think both teams have some holes in their lineup that they're going to need to figure out. But I think right now it's pretty even. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, Oilers can take one home soon.
Okay, let's talk quickly. We're going to do a little bit of a different looking rapid fire. We did rapid fires with you kind of last season over the course of the year. So Langer, let's start with you. What was you kind of already talked about this summer, but did you have the number one go-to activity during quarantine? What did you get up to?
Definitely golf. We went a ton this year. Yeah.
Do you know how many times? Can you throw out a number?
They probably maybe around 20. It's tough to tell. We'd go lots. Yeah. A lot of time to kill. Okay.
And what's your go-to course? If you had
we went all over, honestly. There's a lot of nice courses in Kamloops and in the interior BC in general. So we checked out a little bit of everything while we had the free time to do it. So,
okay. Jerv, what was your go-to activity?
Yeah, I'd have to say golf too. Just was the best kind of thing for this summer. Probably did it like 3 times a week. So wow. I got my fair share of rounds in for sure. I should be a bit better than I am, but.
Do you have a go-to course?
There's a course in my town. It's called Aberdeen. It's kind of the nicest course we've got, so okay. I'll say that's my course, I guess.
Langer, was there a best binge TV show-wise during COVID?
Oh, that's tough. I honestly just rewatched Suits, so I gotta find a new show, I guess. But yeah, that one's always good to watch. I've watched it a couple times through already. So.
Okay, Jerv, did you have a go-to binge?
I think Ozark was probably.
Oh yeah.
I binged that pretty fast, so yeah.
Yeah, some pretty surprising stuff in that show.
Definitely.
Did you, Langer, a home workout? Did you have, when you couldn't go to the gym, what kinds of stuff were you doing?
Yeah, it was just all the bodyweight stuff that Lake State sent to all the players so we could do stuff at home while we were shut down. So it was kind of just all bodyweight stuff, different movements, like putting weighted stuff in a backpack and just stuff like that. Just trying to keep your body in the best shape possible while didn't have access to the facilities.
And Jerv, I'm assuming you were doing the same sorts of exercises.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see. Langer, the first time you were on the ice, so after March, everything shut down. Mm-hmm. When, roughly, were you first on the ice, and what was that like?
So it was just nothing. And then once the ice opened up, it was full, like pretty much on the ice every day. I think it was in June. I don't remember exactly when, but it was in June. And it was just, I mean, everybody needs goalies. So And when the ice opened up, I was booked full until I left, pretty much.
Was there any sort of rust or no, not really? You got right.
Yeah, I think the first skate's always going to be tough. There's definitely rust to shake off. And it just felt weird under the circumstances, but feel in game shape now and been on the ice lots, so feel good.
Jerv, when was the first time you were on the ice? What was that like?
Yeah, it was probably right around June as well. I was definitely a little rusty. Took a couple. I was rollerblading a bit, so you got to transition kind of. But yeah, no, it's always going to be a bit rusty, I guess, like Langer said on your first one. So,
how long do you think before you really felt like you were back to where you need to be?
Probably after about a week or two. You've kind of got your hands back and your edges. So yeah, probably only not too long. It's not too bad.
Okay. Langer, do you have a go-to snack food or candy that, I don't know, maybe some people's food habits changed in quarantine? Anything you were really snacking on a lot?
That's a tough one. I mean, I try to stay away from chips as much as possible, but definitely every once in a while, I like a good bag of chips, so we'll go with that.
What's you got to have a go-to chip flavor?
The Doritos, sweet chili heat.
Okay, sweet. Jerv, did you have a go-to snack?
Honestly, I like to eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. It's an easy little snack.
Okay, I like it.
It's kind of my snack, I guess.
Sweet. Have either of you discovered or rediscovered, I don't know, with time on your hands, a hidden talent or an old hobby, something that you maybe took up or rediscovered that you were doing when you weren't golfing and you weren't skating and you weren't playing video games? Any old hobbies or anything that you got up to?
No, I was going to say NHL 20, so you took that one away. Other than that,
no.
Not. I was pretty good at sleeping, I guess.
Sure, what about you?
Old hobbies, I mean, I spend more time with my family than I probably have in the last couple of years, so
okay.
I guess I returned to that for a little bit
there. Did either one of you have any good flow, long hair? Did you go a while before getting a haircut?
Yeah, well, we got the mullets done in Salmon Arm for the first round of playoffs, and I didn't get my hair cut until when I got home. The barbershops were closed, so I pretty much had a mullet growing out for a couple months, and it wasn't pretty. But
how did the family feel about that?
It's not good. It wasn't good, but I wasn't letting my mom cut my hair, so.
Okay,
yeah.
Fair. What about you, Jerv? Same thing?
Yeah, I was in the same boat. Definitely had a mop on my head at that point, so.
Lastly here, is there one thing you can share that's on your bucket list? Something that you guys in the next few years maybe want to check off, an activity that's out there, skydiving, some weird thing that might be on your bucket list?
Tough one. I don't know. I'm a little scared of heights, so I don't know about skydiving, but.
Maybe just like travel over to Europe or something, see some parts of the world I haven't seen yet would be pretty cool. Would
Europe be your go-to place or somewhere else?
Honestly, probably somewhere around, like Italy or something like that would be pretty cool, I think. So, yeah.
Beauty. Let's go with the most important question. Are you guys going to follow the Silverbacks this year? How are you going to keep tabs on what's going on?
Yeah, definitely. I'll keep tabs on social media. Still talk to some of the boys back there who we played with last year. So I really hope the boys have a good year. I want to see them at the top the interior by the time the end of the season rolls around for sure.
Perfect. Well, we wish you all well. Of course, we'll be keeping tabs on you as well. And maybe in the future, we can also get back in touch and do this again. Thanks so much, guys.
Awesome.
Sounds
Thanks,
good.
Nathan.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.